But if you're looking to retain length, I highly suggest that you limit it. I wouldn't say cut it out completely, that sounds crazy.
This is my intro. This is my intro. This is my intro.
Hi guys, it's Bosa. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. So for today's video, actually going to be telling you guys my top tips on how to grow natural hair or retain length. I get this question all the time, like all the time, literally, in my from my personal friends in my WhatsApp, and from people that I haven't been able to meet yet on my Instagram. And I also find a bunch of these questions here and there on Instagram. So without further ado, let's get started. When it comes to growing natural hair or type 4 hair, the first thing you want to be able to do is develop a hair regimen. My personal regimen is to pre-poo with a conditioner, and it's this time that I take like a lot of time to detangle my hair. I like to finger detangle. I will use a comb if I find it necessary, or go in with a tangle teaser. And then right after pre-pooing, I will go ahead and shampoo my hair with a sulfate free shampoo. Now I'm not very keen on sulfate free, but I tend to reach out more for sulfate free than sulfate shampoos. So I like to shampoo my hair maybe once or twice depending on how dirty it is. If I feel like my hair is not as dirty, I will just go in with 1 round of shampoo, but if I need to, then I will go in with 2 rounds of shampoo. And when I shampoo my hair, I apply the shampoo directly to my scalp and rub that in, and then I just let the lather work its way down the length of my hair. I will leave a video somewhere on my wash day routine. A couple of things have changed since my last video, and I do hope I'm actually going to get around making you guys another video on my updated wash day routine. I know I said that a couple of weeks back, and I want to make that video, I really do, but there are just a few things that I don't have, and we're in the middle of a lockdown, but we'll get it done anyway. So after shampooing my hair, I like to deep condition my hair. I find that for me, deep conditioning is best. I don't like to condition my hair like after shampooing. If that works for you, then by all means do you. But if you are type 4 natural, then our hair tends to have more needs or take up moisture a lot much faster than other people's hair. So deep conditioning helps you. And when I deep condition, I let my deep conditioner sit for maybe 15 to 20 minutes depending on what the instructions say. And I also use this time to like detangle my hair again and make sure that I remove all the knots that are possibly remaining. I like deep conditioners that have great sleep. Like that's something I personally look for in a deep conditioner, and moisture. Then after deep conditioning, I will go ahead to style my hair. So when I style my hair, this is where I do my LOC method, which is liquid, oil and cream. I will apply my liquid, which is my leave-in, and then I will apply an oil of choice. I personally now stay away from olive oil, but that's still maybe TMI. And then I will go in with a cream as my styler. Tip number 2 is to do low manipulation styles. And when I say low manipulation styles, I mean things that don't require you to be in your hair every day or every other day. So style your hair and keep it away maybe for the whole week, or till you need to re-moisturize it, and then till the next wash day. So low manipulation styles take different forms. They can be twists, they can be braids. For some people they might be wash and goes, but I'm not the type of person to really do wash and goes. That's why you won't see a lot of them here, just because with my 4C type hair, every time I do a wash and go, I end up having one matted mess, and that's not the kind of energy I am going for. So yeah, I like to do low manipulation styles like the one I have right now, and this has been my personal go-to for maybe the last 6 months. I like to wash my hair and keep it in these flat twists. I literally wear the flat twists till my next wash day, which is every week. Tip number 3 would be to stay away from gels. I know it sounds crazy, and I know that sometimes you just need that gel to put everything together and, you know, look sleek, but gels have the tendency to dry out your hair. And for me as an individual, I don't use gels as much as I used to use them in the past. I might use a gel like maybe if I have a function or something, but they're not something I use in my everyday style. You will not find me putting gel on my hair for no special occasion. Tip number 4 from me is find products that work for you and know your product. Everybody's hair is different, so our hair reacts differently to different products. For example, when I first started being serious about my hair, maybe way back in 2016 or something, at that time coconut oil was very popular and I used coconut oil, but every time I put coconut oil on my hair, it just didn't appreciate it. So as much as it was working for so many people, or it was the most popular thing at that time, it just wasn't for me. And this one time I actually used shea butter instead of coconut oil, and the next time I got to like touch my hair and prepare it for wash day, I noticed that my hair was not as dry. So I looked back and tried to figure out what did I do different, like why doesn't my hair feel as dry as it normally feels, until I realized, oh, I didn't put coconut oil. So that for me was when I switched from coconut oil to shea butter. So a lot of the time you need to know your product and what works for you. I know you guys have seen me singing about the anti-Jackie's leave-in conditioner like a million times. They need to sponsor me. But anyway, I have sung about that deep conditioner, that leave-in conditioner, because it works for me. And I find that when I use other conditioners, they might work well, but not as well as it does for me. Like up until this point, it's the best leave-in conditioner I have used. So find products that work for you, because a lot of the time when you use the right products, you will not need to moisturize your hair every day of the week. And when people tell me, oh, my hair is always dry, I need to moisturize it every day, I keep telling them maybe something is not working, like maybe actually you need to switch out your products or something. So, and I know this is tricky and expensive in the start, because a lot of the time it's like I don't know what works, and unfortunately nobody can really tell you that this is going to work for your hair. So it's just like try and error. You just need to try a bunch of products and see what works. But find products that work for you and stick to them. I also know it's very challenging because there are always new products coming out, and that's okay. Like you can try them if you want to. If you don't want to and what you have is working for you, well and good. It is also tricky because unless you are like a natural hair influencer or something, trust me, you don't need all the products that you see people advertising. Just say, listen to your hair. I know that I said having a hair regimen is important, because it is, but you need to be able to listen to your hair. So sometimes you might be the kind of person that maybe washes your hair every after 2 weeks, and your hair is telling you 5 days later, I need you to wash me. Like it just feels dry, your scalp feels itchy, and you're probably thinking, oh, it's not wash day, but your hair is telling you. So you should be able to listen to your hair and give it what it wants. If you don't need to wash it every week, then don't wash it every week. If you need to go back in the middle of the week and moisturize it, then do that. Like have a constant conversation with your hair, touch your hair, feel your hair, and assess and know where you need to be with your hair. The next thing I want to say is limit the use of heat. I know that for most people, they like to blow dry their hair because it's simple, it looks professional, and it just makes life easy. But if you're looking to retain length, I highly suggest that you limit the use of heat. And when you do use heat, be sure to use a heat protectant, because it protects your hair from all the heat damage and all the things that it might suffer for heat. And I know that that is going to bring me to the next question, when I normally tell people limit the use of heat, and they're like, so how often can I use heat? That depends on you, that depends on your personal preferences. Personally, I like to use heat no more than 3-4 times a year. I don't have a specific number that I am set to, just because I wear my hair in its natural state most of the time. Like I will wash it and I'll be ready to style it, and that's done. I actually do these flat twists in the shower. So anyway, you are the best person to gauge how often is too often. I would say no more than once a month if you're the kind of person that really feels like you need heat all the time. But you can do it. I didn't think I could be the kind of person that, you know, doesn't use heat as much as I don't now, because there was a time when I was in school I actually used to get my hair flat iron. Is it hot combed every week or every other week, and at the time it just made sense to my lifestyle, or to me. I didn't like wearing braids, so I just needed to have my hair in a simple state, which was hot comb it. I can run a comb through it, and it seemed simple, but this is pretty much simple too. So it depends on how you look at it and what you're willing to try. But if you're looking to retain length, I highly suggest that you limit it. I wouldn't say cut it out completely. I mean, a little bit of heat is healthy, and when you need to trim your hair, I wouldn't say trim your hair maybe twice a year or trim your hair every month. That sounds crazy, but listen to your hair. When you feel like your styles are not holding well, or your combs are not running through the way they should run through, or if you notice any split ends or see so many single strand knots, you definitely need a trim. I'm actually overdue for a trim, so I'm planning to trim my hair maybe this week or the week after that. We'll see, and I will definitely film that for you guys. But the other thing I wanted to say is, if you're not comfortable with trimming your own hair, then by all means let your stylist do it. But be able to tell them what you are comfortable with. I know sometimes you sit in that salon chair and the lady is like ready to chop off more than what needs to go, and if you feel like that's not what you need, then don't do that. Then don't trim off more than you need. So just be the kind of person that trims off only what needs to go, so that you can retain length. Because the thing with not trimming your ends at all is, if you have split ends, then they're going to just travel further up the shaft of your hair, and you can't retain length that way. So guys, I actually forgot to mention one thing, and that is always make sure you go to bed with your hair protected. I'm filming this part on my phone. I'm sorry if the quality is not as good. I'm sure it's not as good, and I am sorry, but anyway, I really wanted to say that you need to go to bed while your hair is protected. I personally like to use satin bonnets. I will also use a satin pillowcase. I always have a satin pillowcase. I do not use cotton pillowcases anymore. I do use satin scarves as well, but they're not really my thing, if you know what I mean. Like, sometimes they just don't hold. Like, I will wake up and this scarf is not on my head, and I will be mad, even though I have a satin pillowcase. So I tend to use satin bonnets more than I use satin scarves, but I always have a satin pillowcase as well. I also am the kind of person that will wear a bonnet in public, like, because I paid for it and it's mine, and that's okay. So I tend to wear my satin bonnets a lot, like even when I'm just napping on the sofas or doing something at home, like my hair is protected. So do what you need to do to protect your hair, even if it makes you look crazy. It's your hair, and you're allowed to be crazy for it. The last thing I'd want to say is, know your hair and understand its porosity. Hair porosity is a big thing. It's actually, I think, a lot much more bigger than hair typing, because when you understand your hair porosity, and hair porosity is your hair's ability to retain moisture, so understanding your hair porosity will help you gauge how often or when you need to moisturize your hair, and what products work best for you. So that's pretty much it from me, guys. Be sure to leave a comment below telling me what you do with your hair and what you think has helped you retain length in the past, or what you are most eager to do from all the tips I have shared. Love and blessings. See you in the next one.